Welcome back, class, to another live stream of Work Watching, where you watch me work on video and audio editing projects. My name is Sonja and I'm a motion designer and video editor. Subscribe if you haven't already. I live stream every Tuesday, Friday, and surprise stream whenever I feel like it. If you'd like to support me, you can like, comment, and share this video with your friends. If any of the links in the description don't work, you can also head to links.sonjageracek.me. I'll also provide that link in the chat. Today I thought we'll do a surprise stream because I'm going to edit my very first YouTube video, not a live stream, but an actual edited tutorial video. And I'm going to cut this down from a live stream because I felt that I actually explained it quite well in that live stream. So I'm going to use that footage and I'm going to cut it down to a tutorial. And it's going to be a tutorial on how to use expressions to trigger animation with markers in After Effects. So that's what we're going to look at today. Because this was kind of an ad hoc idea that I would stream my process today, I still am kind of in the middle of setting everything up. So let me just find that folder. Here it is. And you know what? I can just show you what I'm doing, and that way you can also see how I prepare a project. So let me just call up the folders that I need. Hi, welcome to the stream. I hope everybody who was in the waiting queue for the stream has managed to find their way back to the stream. And yes, hi. Okay, so oh, right. Yeah, that was actually, it was a few streams ago. Yeah, I don't think you were around, Tom, that time. And I will also share the links. If any of the links in the description don't work, this one, you might still have to copy paste it rather than click on it, because I think in the chat you can't actually click on it. Hi, welcome, yay. I'm so glad so many people showed up. I thought only Tom was going to be here because he was the only one who responded on Twitter, like, yeah, let's do the stream. So I'm really happy that other people managed to join. And we have a bit of dropped frames, but not as bad as usual. And for some reason my mic is peaking. Let me just check what's going on here. Yes, I must have touched the gain. It was way high up. Okay, so where are we? I don't need this anymore. I need my resources folder, and then I'll show you how I set up my projects when I just start working on them, because I do have a folder structure template. Okay, let's switch. So, oh cool, there is an Illustrator file that apparently I saved in the wrong place. That's cool. Okay, so these are all of my folder structures that I use, and this is the video template. I'm gonna copy this and I'm gonna jump over into my pre-prepared main folder for this project. I drop this in here. Actually, I don't drop the actual whole folder. What I do is I go inside and I copy this. But so the briefing one is usually when I'm working with a client or something where I want to like save notes or something like that. Most of the time I don't need that. Again, originals, this folder here, it's when I receive original files and then I make changes to them. So I keep the originals, I duplicate them to edit in case I want to make any destructive changes to the files. So I don't actually need those. I guess I can just copy these two things. I generally only copy what I need, and I hate this view. Let's do details. I usually have the details view open, and this is, oh, this is a screen capture, but it's an M4V. It was supposed to be an MP4 file. I really hope so. I used Handbrake, which is I guess a file converter, because Adobe software didn't allow me to use the MKV file that OBS usually produces. I've now turned on remuxing, so every time I record a stream, it actually automatically remuxes it to an MP4, so I won't have that problem anymore, but I didn't think of doing that beforehand, so that's why I only have MKVs. I think they're MKVs, I'm not sure. Let me see in the settings. Can I have a look at that? Recording. What are they? What are they? I can't tell you. I was in the output. Yeah, I think it's an MKV file. Yeah, but After Effects won't allow it, so I can't even bring it into After Effects to use Anubis. So, you know, there's already that hurdle. Exactly. Yeah, it's like not at all supported. I can't drag it into Media Encoder, I can't drag it into Premiere Pro, After Effects, nothing. Now I'm so curious with that. Oh yeah, MKV. Okay, so it's the MKV format, and I record in that format because if I was to record in MP4 directly and then the stream would crash somehow or OBS would crash, I would lose the entire file. With the MKV format, that's what OBS says, it just finishes recording. So it's fully encoded and it just keeps the file at the point where it stopped or where it crashed or something. So that's why I don't want to record in MP4 when in OBS, but now I have the Remux option, which I didn't know existed before. You learn with every new stream. Ooh. Hang on, Anubis works as a standalone application? I thought it only worked inside of After Effects. Oh, I see. I can just call it. All right, that's interesting. Did not know that. Could always try. But yeah, I wanted to create an MP4 with Handbrake, which is like this free encoding software. But it created an M4V. Supposedly that's part of the same format, and it has a H.264 codec. So supposedly it should work, but we'll see. We might just have to chat until it's reconverted if it doesn't work with Premiere Pro. So we'll see about that, eh? Hi, Simon! You also made it! Welcome! I'm so excited that so many people are here. It's still only being shown that one person is watching right now, which is really annoying. Come on! Come on, restream! Why don't you show all the live viewers? Yeah, when I go to the restream dashboard, it's showing me that 4 people are watching. But if I'm in OBS, it's showing me that only 1 person is watching. I don't know what's going on. Okay, I'll close the restream just in case it is going to delay the stream somehow, though. Okay, so I need to make this. God. Okay. Excuse me for not showing you what I'm doing. I need to make Premiere a little smaller. Project. No, I already have a project. Okay, I have a project file. I should have a project file because that's the point of my template. When I go into projects, there should be a project file here. And there is, and I always have it with a date. So this is a pretty old project, but shouldn't be a problem. And today's date is the 20th of May, and the project name will be, it's a long one. Gonna have to think of something cooler for when, excuse me, I actually upload it to YouTube. So trigger animation with markers. Yep. And you'll notice that it says SG01 at the end of it. And oh, I also don't have an archive folder. I need to update my template then. Because every day I work on this project, I create a new file in case I want to go back to an old file, and then I put the old files in the archive so that I only ever have the original file out here. So I don't have to like figure out which one the most recent one is, or just it's just cleaner that way. I like it, you know, tidy. It seems we have a bit of lag. Please do tell me in the chat if there's lag. I don't think, honestly, that I can do anything about it because I spent a whole day, was it Tuesday, trying to fix my internet connection because we changed something in the router and it was like a whole mess and I couldn't stream for an hour, and then I did stream in the end because I found a fix and blah, blah, blah. But essentially, I don't think I can improve anything about the stream quality anymore. Unless I find somebody who has exactly the same problem, and that is really hard to find on the internet because all the problems that come up is, yeah, do this for OBS. I'm like, yeah, those are the standard problems. I've already addressed all of those. It's like further than that. Anyway, do let me know if there's a lag, and at least I'll try and look it up or something. So now it's going to tell me, oh, right, I was going to tell you why it says SG01 here. Let's see if you can see that in the zoom. The zoom is a little... Okay, here we go. So this is my standard naming format. I start with the reverse date on the day I'm working on this. And also I was thinking maybe I can bring my little window of myself. Okay, let me just... go into the zoom and then I'll add oh, I can't. Okay, there we go. And I'm trying to put myself in this view, but for some reason this is not working. You can't see me. Why can't you see me? So annoying. You should be able to see me in this view. Okay, oh, it's turned off, that's why. Okay, there we go. Yay, now you can see me in the zoomed view as well. Okay, cool. So I use the reverse format for the start of any file, literally any file I create, I use reverse format. That way, if I make a duplicate of that file, I know which one the most recent one is, and you don't end up going with final one, really very last final, absolutely the final file. You just don't have that problem because you can see by the date which one the more recent one is. And if I make significant changes to the file, I change the version number at the end. And the reason I don't do V1 or V01 is that I used to work at a studio with multiple people in the animation department, and multiple people would work on the same project. And therefore, we would use our initials as the version number so that anybody going into the project or into the files, they would see who worked on that project, not just which version number it is. So that's why I got used to saying SG01 instead of just V01. So we're gonna overwrite that old file, and let's go into the large view. And I have different sizes prepped here, and I'm working at 25 FPS, so I'm going to use that one. I'm going to remove this, and here in the assets I can hit Control I, same as in Illustrator, same as in After Effects, but I can also just drag the file in, because now I have to navigate to that file. It's actually easier if I go to Videos. And let's see, moment of truth. Is it going to take it? It took it. Nice. Okay, cool. So everything's fine. I'm gonna reset this, reset to saved layout, because I feel like my layout was different. Yeah, it was slightly different. So this is the original saved layout. Well, the original, the one that I set up for myself. And it's a little low for you to see, so I'm going to make it smaller here so you can see the full timeline. Makes it a little tinier, but there you go. And Now I want to just drag this in here. So it's telling me the settings aren't the same, and I want to keep setting the same settings because I know that this sequence is the settings I want to keep. Although I do wonder, it is 25 frames per second, and the audio is 48 hertz stereo. So the settings should theoretically be the same. So I don't know why it's telling me the settings are different. 48 hertz. Maybe the color space, I don't know. The time code is the same. Maybe the pixel aspect ratio, because I saw that on the video, it's like 0.9990. So maybe it's like this, you know, 0.0001 difference in aspect ratio that it doesn't like or something. I don't know. But it should, in essence, be exactly the same as my file, my footage. My sequence. No, the footage should be the same as my sequence. That's what I wanted to say. Okay, here we go. First thing I want to do is, man, this is so tiny. I need to make this larger. Okay, let's make this larger and let's make this larger. First thing I want to do is change the audio. Because now that I'm editing, I don't have the option with the live stream, but when I'm editing, I always want to do noise reduction because I know that literally directly outside of my window is a pretty large street and there's a lot of cars. Most of the time it's not a lot of disturbance. Most of the time you can't pick it up when you're watching my videos, but once that sound is removed, you can definitely hear the difference of how much quieter it is. So, what I'm going to do is go to Edit Clip in Adobe Audition. It then replaces that file, the audio file, with the Audition file. I'm gonna have to check where it actually puts it. I think it puts it... Yeah, it puts it directly next to the video. It's not really where I usually want to have it because I have a separate audio file here. What I might do is just do the edits, keep this replaced audio as the original, just like I would do with the with video footage, keep an original. And because the noise reduction is you can do noise reduction undestructive, but I prefer the destructive method just because it removes the noise more effectively. So now I want to find a very quiet spot, or like where I'm not talking. And now I need the headphones. Yes, exactly. I use the capture noise print and then the noise reduction process to remove the noise. There isn't a lot of noise in this particular... I need to turn the desktop audio on, I think, for this, for you to hear it. So let's see. So there isn't any... Okay, wait, you can't see... Come on, let's stretch this a little bit. So what I'm looking for right now is this level here, like how much noise is being picked up. You can see there is some noise being picked up here. It's not a lot, actually. So what I want to do instead, I want to go to a noisy bit, and I think I saw one here. Like, these bits are super noisy, and that actually might be due to me breathing and such, or the keyboard tapping. So I don't necessarily want to remove that noise because it will try and remove that noise across the audio. Yeah, so that's the voiceover. That's not the noise I want to remove. So yeah, surprisingly, not that much noise going on. When I record my audio for my classes, there's way more noise. And this is me clicking. That's, again, not really noise I want to remove. But there is some noise where I'm not doing anything, I think. It's like here, let's see. I think that's me breathing. So I want to avoid any kind of natural noise. because I don't want that to be removed across the audio file. Again, it's me clicking. It's going to be more difficult to find a spot where I'm not doing anything because it's from the live stream where I'm usually doing stuff the whole time. It's different to when I'm recording a class where there are times where I'm just thinking what to say next and there is a pause without me clicking or doing anything. Those are usually those are good places to take the noise print from. Let's see, maybe here. No, that's me breathing. Also, not ideal. Okay, let's find a different spot. Let's go to the end here, but here the sound is cut off because I go into the end screen and then there is no noise. Let's see. Nope, still clicking around. Let's try the beginning of the audio. I guess I'm going to have to take this noise print because it's the only one I think where I'm not clicking or talking or doing anything. Nope. Again, breathing and clicking. Now, this is going to be more difficult than I thought it was going to be. There are really very few times where I'm not doing anything or saying anything. Okay, that's probably the closest we're gonna get. I'm gonna remove the point where I'm clicking. Okay, that's me shuffling something or breathing. Yeah, it's actually not that much noise. Okay, so I've set up a keyframe shortcut, which is Shift P to get the noise print, and it always tells me current audio selection will be captured, loaded as a noise print for use the next time the noise reduction effect is launched. That's what I want. Now I'm going to select everything, and sometimes it will only select the little portion you're looking at, so you really want to make sure that it's selecting the entire audio track. And then Control-Shift-P is the noise reduction, but it didn't use the noise print, because usually you have like a little thing here. It didn't somehow, sometimes it loses the noise print when I do that. I'm not sure why. So yeah, there we go. So you need to see this like yellow, the green and the yellow to get that. And now if I play this back, this is temporarily applied. You can see that this is completely silent now. That little portion where I took the noise print from, the levels are now completely unmoving. That's exactly what I want. Whoa, no, let's stop playing. I'm going to apply that. It's going to apply that across the entire session. It's going to take a few moments. Okay. I could apply a few other things to this. I don't know if I want to. I can also make those changes later on. What I definitely want to do is not save over this, but save this as a new file. And what I usually do is I add a clean to the end of the file to denominate that I've added effects, I've cleaned it up in some capacity. I then save it into my audio, and I want 32-bit float, just essentially all the settings that were already there. Wow, it's going to 1.4 gigs. That's huge. Okay. It's going to save that file. But now I have to re-import that file because it's not the original one that has been replaced here, okay? So I'm going to keep this file here, I'm going to mute it, and I'm going to bring in the new audio file. And I'm going to have to navigate to my window here. Where am I? And we want to go to audio and bring in this one. So now if I make this, you can see this is the extracted and this is the clean, and the clean is the one I want to be using. I'm going to put this in the second audio track, and because I don't need any more audio tracks, I'm gonna remove the other audio tracks because it's gets a little annoying. Eventually it starts scrolling here. If I do this, it's starting to scroll. I don't want that. So I'm gonna make it as small as necessary so it stops doing this like scrolling action when I am holding control, because control, I forget what control is for actually, but sometimes I hit control and I use the scroll wheel and then it like scrolls in the audio, and I don't want that. Yeah, absolutely. I would always try and clean your audio if you can. So I'm actually going to record a new intro for this because as you can see, there is like a transition between the intro and this has already started playing. And also I don't want to be saying welcome to the stream, because it's not the stream, this is the edited video. So I am going to record a new intro for this, but the thing that's going to be difficult is I'm going to have to either wear the same thing or accept that I'm not going to look the same. But yeah, let's just see. So this is the whole intro. Okay. Now we have to find the point where I'm actually talking about the code. Wow, there's a long time where I'm just talking. And then I'm having difficulties with After Effects. This is like a good 2.5 minutes of not actually doing anything, I think. I think around here is when I actually start talking about the code. Oh, scrolled too far back. Where am I? Here. And if you want to play back the way I just did it faster, instead of using the spacebar in Premiere Pro, you can use L, and every time you hit L again, it plays back faster and faster without changing the pitch of the audio. It's super useful. Still technical difficulties. Wow, 5 minutes in. And now I need to decide if I want to keep that bit about Creative Dojo in my video. I guess I can, because, you know, there's no shame in finding inspiration or help or looking at other tutorials when doing your own work, even if you're a professional motion designer or video editor. There's no shame in learning. It's actually something you should be doing. It's more of a shame if you're not doing it, because you're not growing, you're not expanding your horizon. So I think it's okay if I keep that bit in, because I am referring back to it later on. I guess first of all, I think I need to do a rough cut of this video, and then I need to decide, okay, do I want to keep these bits in or not? So okay, I've been here already. I hate when I make these like sounds with my mouth. In my online classes, I just did it again. In my online classes, I try to always cut them out. I find them so annoying, but I can't seem to stop myself from making those sounds. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna just cut it off here. Whoops. Why is it not cutting everything? Because it's highlighted. Okay, if I hit Control Shift K, it's going to cut everything. Yep. And that means I can just delete all of this, ripple delete this to the beginning of the video. I will have an intro, but for now, let's just cut it straight to this. And something I want to change is... the downside of you seeing my face, okay, I'm contemplating something. No, that's a bad idea. I was contemplating that I would re-record my facial expression here so that when I make cuts, they are not also jump cut. But I think that's going to be bad because then I have to re-record all the audio, and that's a really bad idea. I'm not going to do that. I think I'm just going to accept that I'm going to have jump cuts. I think that's fine for YouTube, and I think that's fine for my first tutorial video. I'm going to get better with time. What I don't like is that when I'm jumping to this, yeah, I don't like that you can see my channel first before I jump to this, and I also have like all of these tabs open here. I guess I can hide them, that's fine, but like something I don't like about this. I wonder if I can just cut this. Let's see. I'm gonna cut this out. And I'm going to add a hold frame. It's going to look horrible, isn't it? Oh god. Yeah, that doesn't... I thought maybe I could remove the back. I mean, I can probably do that in After Effects and just like cut out myself. It's a good thing that this is a rectangle. I can just cut this out and I can cut directly to this view rather than also having this happening. All right, that's fine. Let's just accept that. I'm gonna accept that. I wonder if I can... Let's see what the jump cuts look like if I try to remove these like audio glitches. Usually this is what I do. I remove like these like... When I say or when I make these weird mouth sounds, I usually try to cut them out for the online classes. I don't know, is this bothering me? Okay, for now, I think I'm gonna leave it. It needs to be a rough cut. This is what I keep needing to say to myself. Like, I'm not doing a detailed finish cut right now. It's a rough cut, and I need to just do the big cuts, not the small cuts. Okay, let's go. I think I'm pretty happy the way I'm explaining it. I think it's very digestible. So, Tom, you're suggesting that I cover my face, or are you suggesting that I cut out the After Effects part? Because that's what I was thinking. I'll just cut out around my face so that I can just replace this and put a hold frame here. But yeah, that's also an idea, that I just replace my face with something else. But would that work? Because I do want my face to be in the video, for sure. I just don't know what I'm gonna do when I do the jump cuts. I guess I could, like, zoom in at that point? I don't know, because this is already pretty blurry, like the original file. I don't think I can actually zoom in too much without destroying the visibility. I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about that. But yeah, okay, here comes the explanation of the linear function. Okay, so this point, for example, I can cut directly. At this point, I can cut directly to where I'm actually showing it, because, like, there's a little bit of time where I'm, like, playing around with the view. Yep. Is there, like, a weird mouth sound again? Yes. Okay. Ah, no, I'm still playing around with it. Okay. Oh, here we are. Okay. Okay, here we go. So this I want to cut out, and I'm doing the ripple delete by holding Shift and Delete. So on your extended keyboard, you have a little delete key. All right, so we're going from this. I'm actually gonna cut this out too, because then I'm saying, like, I'm going to zoom in and then I cut myself off. So I'm just going to remove that as well. See what that sounds like. Oh, you don't hear my computer. Oh no. Why? It's turned on and everything. That's so annoying. Yeah, I can see that it's actually not working. Why? Oh, okay, because I didn't have it turned to my headphones. Maybe that's why? No, now I can't hear anything. Oh, OBS, why you do this to me? This is so annoying. It's set to default. I'll just set it to speaker then. Is this working? Oh, you can't hear the audio. I think I'd now have to, like, I'd have to, like, stop the stream, which I don't want to do, obviously. Okay, I'm just gonna let it go through the speakers, and it's going to be less clean than usual because the microphone's going to pick it up now. Yeah, I can try, but the OBS should be picking it up regardless of the settings in this is not it. Audio hardware. Okay, let's see. Microphone not working. But what? Yeah, whatever. Okay. Yes, it's already set to the correct output. So annoying. So it's working in Premiere, it's just not working here. Oh, God. There's something up with, Oh, okay. I see. Nope, still nothing. Wait. No, I thought it was coming through the mic now. It's not coming through the mic. Oh, why? Why you gotta be so annoying? So, maybe it's just Premiere that doesn't work? Because if I try to play, like... If I try to play this, that's also... Well, there is no audio right now. Let's see if this plays. This plays. So, it's not... It's not my audio settings in OBS, it's Premiere Pro. And that's massively annoying. I guess I can add some new audio output capture, but it's already got desktop audio. Let's see. I guess you can't hear that because I can't see you hear that. Yeah, I can't see you hear that. Ah, so annoying. Yeah. That's super annoying. I don't know what to do. Beyond speakers. Okay, let's have a look. What else is there? Here we go. So there's map out desktop audio. So this, the speakers, this one, oh, it's not working, it says. But it is working, I can hear it. I don't know why it's saying it's not working. Oh, I can't hear it anymore. Well, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna restart Premiere Pro. Oh god, always the same issue with Adobe. Let's see if restarting is going to help. Because I can hear stuff. Yeah, so desktop audio is definitely working. I can hear it, you can hear it. It's just that Premiere doesn't send the audio to OBS for some reason. Let's try now. Okay, here we go. It just, it needs a restart. Why, Adobe? Why? Oh, God. Alright, now we need to make this smaller. Okay. Alright, so sorry about that. You couldn't hear me talk at all, but now you can. And I'm denominating them just by this index number. Here's the expression. And I'm denominating them just by this index number. Here's the... That was supposed to say index number, and I said number. Well, can't change that now. I don't have any re-records. Here's the expression. So each marker is just an index. Wait, maybe I can just cut it earlier than this. Yeah, I can cut it here, I guess. And so I have the first start marker and the first end marker, and then the second start marker, second end marker, and so on. And whoop! Yeah, I can just cut it here. And then I'm not saying that weird thing there. Second end marker, and so on. Here's the expression. So each marker is just an index number. And here, when I'm not talking and I'm not moving the mouse, that's also usually portions that I cut out that makes the video a little bit more snappy. Just an index number, so I do the first marker, so they just keep counting from 1 to however many. And currently I have 4 markers, so it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2. And now, since you can't see my face, I can make as many cuts as I want. All right. Let's cut this out. Although I don't like it when the mouse moves and then you see the mouse appear in a different location. That always looks a little weird. So I'm gonna cut it just before the mouse reappears, so you don't have that jump cut of the mouse. 2, 3, 4, and 2 linear animations. I gave linear animations different yeah. I think. Okay, so at this point, I want the mouse animation, but I don't want. Actually, I can just make it as long as this. I don't want the audio, so I'm gonna cut that out. Keep the mouse animation. And here is like a pause frame. Oh, why is this cut? No, this should be at least as long as that. Okay. And here's like a pause frame, so I'm gonna make it as short as this is long, so that I can ripple delete this, and the audio is like snapped together, and then there is no jump in the mouse. I would probably, okay, so this is the plan. I'm going to make this expression available for my patrons. So I'm going to put it in the Patreon, in the classroom, and people can download it from there. So anybody watching the tutorial, they can either follow along and write up the expression, or they can become part of the classroom and then receive a file with that expression. So that's probably how I'm going to go about it. So it's still free, it's still available, but the ease of having the expression file is only going to be available for the patrons. Okay, so let's watch that slowly so you can see that there is now no jump cut. Different variable names because nice and smooth, eh? I gave the linear animations different variable names because in the Creative Dojo tutorial they are using math.min. Yeah, okay, so now at this point I made a mistake of not showing what I was doing, so I think this animation is slightly different. And this animation is slightly... Okay, so I repeat what I'm saying here. So I'm going to cut it here. Different variable names because in the and this animation is slightly different. I'm saying because, so I think I want to cut out that because I'm not actually giving the explanation. I want to cut that entire part out. Yeah, well, feel free to create such a panel, Tom. I'm still curious how a public/private expression panel and keyword search would actually work. I think I'd need to actually see how that works in praxis to have a better idea of what that panel or plugin could be. I'm gonna listen to what I'm actually saying at this point, and maybe I'll just keep... As I don't know what I did here. I just jumped to, like... I don't know what I did here. It's like I jumped to a different view somehow. I'm not even sure how that's possible. So... Okay, let's just listen to what I'm saying. In the Creative Dojo tutorial, they are using math.min to call the two different markers, but this animation is slightly different also. Okay, so what I could do is bring in a screenshot of that tutorial, and I think I'm showing it right at the beginning here. So it's this, and at this point I can just, I guess, cut out or something. I can, I don't know, show this somehow without showing my face. I need to figure out how to do that. Maybe I'll just put a screenshot of the code or something like that. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. I'll cut back to the tutorial. Oh, right, that's what I did. I did cut back. That's why there's this weird cut where I'm like showing like half of the screen. Okay, where were we? Here somewhere. Different variable names because in the Creative Dojo tutorial. Yeah, this is the problem. I switched back to the browser, but I was still in the zoomed view, so you can't actually see the expression. So maybe what I do is I'll just put a marker here to edit this in After Effects. So once the cut is done, I'm going to move over to After Effects and do all of the graphical edits. So what I do is I import the Premiere Pro sequence into After Effects. Everything stays live and also the markers show up. So that's really useful between the dynamic link, yeah, it's called dynamic link, between Premiere Pro and After Effects. Works the other way as well. If you bring in compositions from After Effects through the dynamic link, they stay live and you can keep making changes. Okay, so right here, I'm going to add a marker, and what I usually do is make them red. They don't show up as red, but at least in Premiere Pro I know they're like attention markers. So I'm going to say add screenshot of Creative Dojo code, and this is going to show up in After Effects, this note. The Creative Dojo tutorial, they are using math.min to call the two different markers, but this animation is slightly different. I'll switch myself, and this animation and I can cut this out because I'm repeating myself. And this animation is I can remove the but as well. Two different markers, and this animation is slightly different. Yeah, thanks, Tom. If anybody has any questions with the workflow or with anything I'm doing right now, do drop your questions in the chat. This live stream is an opportunity to ask me any burning questions you might have about Adobe software, about my workflow, or anything else that relates to being a motion designer and video editor. Markers, and this animation is slightly different to what we are doing because this is on an opacity and I'm using this expression on a time remapping, so that instead of triggering the actual property, I mean, I am triggering the property of the time remapping, but it's not quite the same as saying I want the opacity to go from 0 to 100 and then back from 100 down to 0. That's what Creative Dojo is doing in their tutorial. I am doing a similar thing, but not exactly the same thing. I want to say, when I'm using this expression, play scene, this scene, and I've denominated each scene to be from this marker to that marker, so from this marker here. Yeah. Screen. So I'm going from this. I'm going. Okay, can cut this out, this mistake. Okay, we can cut this out. Nominated each scene to be, I'm going from this this scene and okay, let's cut this out. I think that's a better sentence. See? This scene, and I'm going from this marker, better. This first one here to the second marker, the second one here. And I've given. And now I can cut my ums out. Haha. So actually, I think whenever I am doing the stream and I'm doing the zoom, because now I added my face to the zoom so you can see me when we're in the zoom, but maybe it's a good idea when you can't see me when we're in the zoom, because now I have the option to do a whole bunch of cuts where it's like the hidden cuts, because you can't, you can't see any jumps happening apart from with the mouse here. I can. So what I do is when the mouse is moving and I made a cut, I'll try and grab the point where the mouse starts moving, cut that out, find a point where the mouse isn't moving and overlap those scenes so that now I can have a straight cut, ripple delete. And I've given these values so the scenes have specific lengths. Okay. And now, when I'm correcting what I'm saying, I so hate that you can't use the spacebar as a hand, temporary hand. What I'm going to do is, why is this overlapping? Is this supposed to overlap? It's not supposed to overlap. I moved something. Okay. When I'm correcting what I'm saying, I think I can cut that part out, especially now where you don't see the jump cut. So. And I know that so these numbers are set. Okay, so I need to keep. I need to keep it until at least here. I need to keep the video so that there's no jump cut in the mouse. But I want to use this audio. No, it's from. Start marker to end marker. I wanted to go from this. Oh, wait. I think I jumped too far. Where are we? And I know that so these numbers are so from this point. And the mouse is not moving at this point until. So the mouse isn't moving here, so I can definitely do a ripple delete and take any pauses out of the audio. So these numbers are seconds. So and I can remove all of these like weird pauses and stuff. But the mouse is moving at not really. That's okay. It kind of just appears. That's fine. So I'm just gonna take this weird, and I think I'm saying No, I'm not. Okay. Seconds. So I want to. And the trick with removing these pauses is actually not to be too zoomed in, because then they are more apparent. I cut them out, but actually, if I was to play them back, I wouldn't even notice that there were pauses there. So I try to be not too zoomed in with the audio, so I don't make these tiny detailed cuts that are actually unnecessary, just because I can see them. From start marker to end marker. Okay, so there's something weird going on with the script, I was going to say, but with what I'm saying. So I want to from start marker to end marker, I wanted to go from this value. Okay, so I'm correcting my sentence, so this sentence is actually useless. So now I need to check the mouse. Okay, so you don't see the mouse in this instance, so I'm just gonna straight up cut that out. From start marker to marker, I wanted to go from this value to that value. And in my case, those two values are seconds. Because we're starting at what, 1 hour? Or minutes, actually, sorry. Nope, they are seconds. They are seconds, and I'm explaining it to totally wrong in the next little bit. Or minutes, actually, sorry. They're minutes or seconds? There should be minutes, technically, because... Yeah, nope. Because nope. They are definitely seconds. Because it's going from 60 to 63, and that scene is definitely not 3 minutes long. So that this whole passage is wrong. So, as long as I'm not saying minutes, I think I can keep this part. Starting at what, 1 hour? We are starting at 1 hour. Oh, okay. So I'm repeating myself. Seconds, because we're starting at what, 1 hour. Okay, because. So I can cut this away at this point. Let's hope the mouse isn't jumping. I didn't pay attention to the mouse. Oh, now I remove the because. Is there no because? Oh, the because is here. Okay, so let's grab that. We'll keep this one. Because. And we want to cut this because out. And then we're cutting out these two little bits. Okay, I need to check the mouse movement. Oh, there's some weird jump. Okay, I'm gonna try and cut this weird jump out. Because it does not look very nice. Oh no, it's like... Okay, I'm just gonna have to... maybe I'll just elongate this. So they look the same. Okay, great. Yeah, that works. Yeah, watching a stream of Sonja would definitely very meta. I still don't understand how NFTs work. I mean, I have a rough understanding of how it works, but I'm not into crypto, and if I understand it correctly, if you're selling NFTs, you get paid in crypto, right? Or can there be regular payments to like a PayPal with a national currency? Is that possible? That's a thing I don't understand. A second thing I don't understand is, what do you need to produce for it to be an NFT? And are you selling the copyright, or are you selling just that artwork piece, that digital file? So what are the rules? I don't understand. It's so, like, too many questions, too many unknowns. This is why I'm not into NFTs. I don't get it. Yeah, absolutely, it is a techno-utopian boys club. I don't get it. Really? 95% of all ETH is owned by 2 people? That's insane. That's insane. That's not even the 1%. That's literally 0 point some amount of 0.1%. Okay. Oh, wait, there's a jump. Ooh, okay. There is a jump in highlight. So I'm definitely moving something. Okay, I can probably grab this and drag this on a little bit further. Yeah, because there is, Okay, I can make this shorter and drag this over more. Damn it, it's even further than that. Okay, at this point, what I want to do is I'm gonna do it differently. I'm gonna find that piece where the mouse is moving. And I'm just gonna cut it out. Sorry, that's my... Actually, you know what? I have this like screensaver. I don't know if you can see it now. It's gone somewhere else. Now you can see it up here, right? I have the screensaver, and every hour, once an hour, it tells me to get up for 5 minutes. So that, yeah, that was annoyingly loud. So it tells me to get up for 5 minutes every hour, and I usually don't do that during the stream, but since we're doing the stream in the middle of the day, I think I will do that. So I'm just going to postpone this and turn this on. So I will take a short break right now for 5 minutes, and then I'll be back and we'll continue the edit, because this is not a regular stream. This is not just 1 hour stream that I usually do on the Tuesday and the Friday. This is actually the thing that I was planning to do for my workday today. So we're going to continue with this. I will, however, take my 5 minutes break. So feel free to do the same. Go get yourself a drink. Don't forget to get up from your chair. Super important. This screen blocker is so bloody annoying, but it works. I do actually get up from my chair once an hour. Sometimes. Sometimes I'm in the zone and I'm like, go away, I don't care. I don't want to get up. But yeah, so I will get up, and I'll see you in 5 minutes. All right, I'm back. I love the chat going on in the chat. Yeah, thanks for letting me know what time works better for you. I did notice that people were showing up to the live stream more frequently when I streamed later for Central European time, so around 5-ish, which is Munich time, Central European time. Which is like 6 p.m. UK time, as you said, and 4 p.m. Dublin time. I didn't realize Dublin time was before Central European time. I thought it would have been the same time. It's kind of on the same axis, is it not? Weird. Or maybe you were saying it's 4 p.m. now? I don't know. Yeah, you're saying it's 12 p.m. for you now, and it's 1 p.m. where I am. So yeah, you're an hour behind. Weird. Didn't know that. Okay. Well, thanks for joining, Angelica. I'm really glad that you're enjoying the stream and you decided to learn something new today. Yeah, usually my streams are not video editing related. This is more of a spontaneous stream. In the spontaneous streams, I tend to do the work watching, where I'm just working on video and audio editing projects. On the Tuesday, we do animation, and on the Friday, so this coming up, is going to be illustration, and I'm going to be working on my mindfulness sticker pack. So do feel free to join in. Yeah, right, I understand. The streams are really early for US time, so it's super early for you, Tom. I understand, but yeah, I do get the most people during that time. But, you know, if you are awake and cooking your French toast, I absolutely appreciate if you tune in, even if it's an hour later or something like that. All right, so let's find that point where I think it's here. So I want the part where I'm highlighting this number. So that's all I want. And now I can grab this, put it over here. Grab this, put it over here. Grab this, put it over here. And now there shouldn't be a jump. Excellent. So it now looks organic, because you can't see the mouse anyway. All right. Let's do this. I hope you can hear the sound. Oh god, you can't hear the audio again. So why? Wait, it's because I turned it off. Okay, it's just because I turned it off. Everything's good. Seconds, because we are starting at 1 hour as per my start time code. If you don't know what that is, you'd like to find out more. It's I basically always start at 9:59 minutes and have at least 1 minute of timeline, if not more, so that I don't lose sight of layers that are pushed backwards. So I have kind of a zero starting point, but I'm not actually at ultimate zero, I'm at 1 hour. So I need to take that into account in my values. So my zero is actually 60 minutes, and then... Nope, it's 1 minute. It's 1 minute because it's 1 minute before I arrive at the 1 hour. So that's wrong. I don't know how I'm going to correct that. Maybe just with a little annotation correcting myself. And then the animation continues, and where do I say that? I'm at 1 hour. So I need to take that into account in my values. So my okay, I can just cut that out, I think. I need to take that into account in my values. I think if I cut this here, I should be fine. So my zero is actually 6 minutes, and then yeah, let's see if. So my zero is 60 minutes, and at some point I'm moving the mouse right when I stop talking. Excellent. I don't have to do any shifty magic. I'll just cut it there. And then the animation continues, and I just check inside of my comp where that animation finishes. It's this comp, and it just so happens that this animation finishes at 3 minutes past the hour. Nope, 3 seconds. 3 minutes past the hour. It's actually... yeah, it's 3 seconds. So I'll just do an annotation here. So I'll add a marker. And I'll just do this like little star. Seconds. It's seconds. 3 minutes past the hour plus 2 seconds. I think it's yeah, it's this one, or this one's the longest one. So this one animates until here. Yeah, so it's actually 3 minutes. Instead of 3 seconds. Yeah, so it's actually 3 minutes instead of 3 minutes and 2 seconds. It's not 3 minutes and 2 seconds. God damn it. I think I'm just gonna cut this mumbling out. So it's yeah, I can just cut directly back to this, I think. Just cut that. And plus 2 seconds. I think it's yeah, this one or this one's the longest one. So this one until here. Okay, I think I can cut it out. I don't know if I want to actually keep all of this mumbo jumbo about how long this scene is, but again, as I said, this is a rough cut. I'm gonna cut out all of the major mistakes in the video, but I do in the end want to make it around 10 minutes long, and right now I think the original stream was like an hour, so that's going to be quite a feat. So right now we're less than 5 minutes off of that 1 hour mark, so I'll definitely have to cut out some of this. So this is why I keep having to like zoom out and not do all of these detailed cuts, because I might not even keep them in the end. So I need to stop like cutting out those little spaces, because I might not keep this at all. So let's see where we are. Animates until here. So it's exactly 3 minutes, so I can say it goes from 60 it's not 3 minutes. God damn it. Seconds to 63 seconds. Okay. I corrected myself, so at least I can take it from this point. I can cut this out. Yeah, I can just do like one of those like Siri corrections, like 3 seconds. No, I think I can, most of the time I can just cut it out. It's just this one time where I literally can't cut it out, and I just do the little annotation to correct myself. No, some mistakes are definitely acceptable. So I'm just gonna keep this one. If I'm gonna keep this section at all, I'm just gonna keep the mistake, because most of the other mistakes where I say minutes instead of seconds, I was able to cut them out and cut around them. So it's definitely not a problem at this stage. Plus 2 seconds. I think it's this one, or this one's the longest one. So this one animates until here. Seconds to 63 seconds. Oh. Until here. Oh, there's something missing here. I cut too much out, I think. So it's exactly 3. Yeah. I need to keep this part. And that probably means I don't need this part. I can just elongate that, and it's going to be... Oh, nope. Did something else. Cut something else out there. This one animates until here. So it's exactly 3 seconds to 63 seconds, which is 3 minutes long. You can do this expression in different ways. No, I literally say it's like from 60 seconds to 63 seconds, so it's 3 minutes long. Why? Come on. Oh. Seconds to 63 seconds, which is 3 minutes long. Yes, 3 seconds are 3 minutes long, children. Remember that. That's how time works. I can just cut out this which is. I'll just cut out. How many times can you say the wrong thing? Okay, here. So at some point I'm moving the mouse. I need to... No, I think I can just keep it. I think this jump cut, there's so little mouse movement, I think it's acceptable. 63 seconds. You can do this expression. Maybe I need to keep at least the click of... Yeah, maybe I need to at least keep... Oh, no, there's a fly flying around here. Okay, I think I need to at least keep this mouse movement so it's not so weird that it just jumps to that view. Okay, I'm gonna cut out this audio, cut this away, and I think, pretty sure there's like a hold frame here. Yep, so I'll just overlap that. Oh, right, I need to overlap that more than that. Okay, let's go back. Yeah, there's quite a lot of time, so I'll just do this, ripple delete the audio, and just drag this until it's filled. Oh man, wouldn't that be great if I just corrected my entire speech later on? This like happens so often where I do my online classes and like cut out all of these mistakes, and then I realize that I've corrected the entire sentence later on. I'm like, oh, now I've wasted all this time on the correction. Okay, let's go. But I'm pretty sure I don't. I'm pretty sure I didn't realize until I've re-watched it. I'm like, oh yeah, of course it's seconds, not minutes. This tiny little scene is not 3 minutes long. Also, I got confused with the 60 because my work area starts at 1 hour and the code starts at 60. So I was like, yeah, 1 hour, 60, yeah, that makes sense. But no, because my entire composition starts at 59 minutes and then takes a minute before it arrives at 1 hour, which is my fake start time, which is the start time of my work area. So that's not 1 hour, that's 1 minute. We are at 1 hour in the overall timeline, but in the composition we're only 1 minute in. So that's how my composition setup works. And I just, in the explanation of this, I just completely forgot of how I set up my comp. This fly is a little annoying. It keeps like flying right into my face. Okay, let's keep going. I would like to kill this fly. I mean, that's also going to make a really loud noise for you. Okay, let's go. 3 seconds. You can do this expression in different ways. You can also denominate duration here and all that kind of stuff. But since these... Okay. Okay, I'm not gonna do this small cuts. No small cuts. Values of the minutes when the scene starts and when the scene ends, all that particular animation. Minutes, I'm saying minutes again. Aha. Okay, I'm gonna see if I actually need this entire section here. So... Seconds, you can do this expression in different ways. You can also denominate duration here and all that kind of stuff. But since these values of the minutes when the scene starts and when the scene ends, all that particular animation starts and that particular animation ends, they are never gonna change. I'm going to animate them to the voiceover one time, and then whenever I'm using this... Yeah, I'm explaining why I'm using those values, so that's important. All that kind of stuff. Since these values of the minutes when the scene starts and when the scene ends, all the time this particular animation ends, they are never going to change. I'm going to animate them to... Okay, this part is important. Ends, or that particular... When the scene starts... I think I can cut it from here, that way the minutes part is gone again. So let's see what that sounds like, and also I need to check the mouse movement. Yeah, that's good. Okay, but there's a cut with the mouse, so I need to figure out where I can... Okay, what I can do is, there is no pause in the mouse movement apart from in the beginning here. So I think what I can do, I can just cut this out, move it over, and then find the point where I'm moving the mouse. Yeah. Yep, that's perfect. Okay, now we don't see any jump. Okay, I can actually cut that out as well. When the scene starts and when the scene ends, or that particular animation starts and that particular animation ends. Yeah, this part I don't need to. I'm just repeating myself. Ends, or that ends. You know, yes, those fly traps look pretty cool. I do actually have adhesive paper because I don't know if you can see, probably not in this view. I have these like plant pots here and they attract a lot of these flies. And I have little yellow sticky paper inside of those, inside of each one of those. And they catch a lot of flies, a lot of them. But apparently not all of them. So I still get a bunch of flies flying around. All right. Okay, so okay, let's see. Yeah, I think that's okay here. They are never gonna change. I'm going to animate them to the voiceover one time, and then whenever I'm using this, whenever I'm using, and then and now I'm searching for words, so I can cut that out. Okay, so I need to keep whenever I'm using. And then I say this template here, I think. Yep. Okay, great. Okay, cut that out. I'm using this template composition and I'm triggering these particular animation sequences within that. They're not gonna... Okay. Now we have to check for the mouse movement, which is here. And there is no mouse movement here, so I can do a ripple delete on the audio. Sequences within that, they're not going to change. They're always going to be in those minutes, minutes again. They're not going to change. They're always going to be in that. I wonder if I can just cut it off. They're never going to change. They're not going to change. Okay, just gonna keep it here. And then find the next point where I'm... In those minutes, I guess, they're always going to have the same... Ah, here. They are always going to have the same duration. They're always going to be in those minutes, I guess. Okay, there's the mouse movement. I need to keep this. All right, and then excellent. In that, they're not going to change. They're always going to have the same duration. Because I can also the same duration. Because I can. And this needs to be slightly longer. Until here. Ooh, okay, it starts moving at this point, but I don't think I actually need that much. Yeah, perfect. Snapped right together. Oh, yeah, we should probably save too. Same duration, because I can also move these keyframes. So that's the duration marker. I can move these keyframes. Ah, yeah, and then I make a whole bunch of... I need to find the point where I'm like not... Okay, so I actually don't need this movement. Okay, I don't want this. I can also move these frames. That's the duration marker. I can move these keyframes. Ah, why can't I use the hand tool with the spacebar? So annoying. So I don't want the because, I guess. I want the and. So I don't want this whole part. I do want this part. Alright, so now...
They're always going to have the same duration.
Okay, let's see.
And change the duration because I've already...
Okay, something's missing there. I need to bring the audio back. Did something wrong. Where am I? Here.
I can also move these keyframes. Sorry, that's the duration marker. I can move these keyframes.
Okay, I need this audio. Okay, this is the audio I need because I...
Always going to have the same duration.
Oh, I removed the because as well. Okay, I do need the because.
Move the keyframes. That's the duration marker. I can move these keyframes and... Oh,
No, markers, not keyframes. Don't I say markers at some point?
move these keyframes. That's the duration marker. I can move these keyframes.
Okay, I say keyframes, should be markers. It's okay. Okay, whoops, no. Just want this. Remove that. Okay, so I want this, this, and this to ripple delete. Now I've changed the timing between the video and the audio. Let's undo that actually, because I don't want to change the timing between the video and the audio. I want it from this point onward. This point onward, then it should align with the... with this, hopefully. Yep. Okay. And... yeah, let's see if that... okay. I can just elongate this, I think. Okay, woohoo, we did it.
Not going to change. They're always going to have the same duration because I can move these keyframes and change the duration because I've already told this this expression.
Oh, I'm moving the mouse a lot here. Okay, I'm just gonna leave this.
Because I've already told this.
Okay, let's see if I can catch the mouse.
This expression.
Let's see.
Because I've already told this expression, calculate from this marker to that marker. So these values here, they're not going to change. The markers can change, however, and that can make the animation shorter or faster or slower if I want them to, but I don't want them to actually. Just one, however, and that can make the animation
Faster or slow.
faster or slower. slower if I want them to, but I don't want them to actually, which is why I've extended this duration marker so that whenever I move this to somewhere else, I know that this end marker is supposed to be here. But I'm actually not anticipating moving them end on. Yeah.
Okay, I can leave this whole thing out.
And there is something else, and there is another thing that I should point out, that I'm actually currently not able to play.
Okay, this is important.
In this template composition. And there's something else.
So I want this mouse movement. Oh no, I'm moving the mouse at a different point already. Ugh, okay, need to find that mouse movement here. Uh-huh. So I can keep this mouse movement and I can stitch it together with a different... Actually, I can use this one. Nope, nope. Okay, I can stitch it from here. So this is what I sometimes do when I'm like cutting out a piece, a mistake, or something that I don't want to keep, but I don't want it to look like there is a cut. I tend to piece the mouse movements together so they look kind of smooth, like there isn't a jump cut, because I think jump cuts are really... they don't look great, essentially, is what I'm trying to say. So I try to avoid jump cuts where possible, at least in the mouse movements. It's not going to be a big deal when I'm talking, because, like, I think it's going to be fine. See? And it looks like it's moving. And then we have this. Cool. So now I can move this here. I can delete that and ripple delete. Yay.
This can change, however, and that can make the animation. There's another thing that I should.
Oh, no. Okay. There was something else I was supposed to cut out, I think. Oops. Okay.
Faster or slower than 2, but I don't want it or slower if I want them to.
Nope. Okay. I want to keep this part. I don't want to keep this part. So this actually needs to be here now. Oh, thanks, Tom. Yeah, thanks for promoting my online classes for me. Yeah, I do indeed have online classes on animation. You can find them on my website. Oops. You'll probably have to copy paste that link if you want to use it, because I think in the chat you can't just click on it.
And that can make the animation faster or slower if you want them to. And there's another thing that I should point out, that I'm actually currently not able to play all the markers here. As you can see, the timeline is actually 4 seconds, and that's because that's my...
You cannot see, so I might...
all the markers here. But the thing that I should point out, that I'm actually not able to play all the markers. Play the...
I think I'm gonna cut this out. Before the mouse moves, so I don't have to do the weird mouse align thing.
To play all the markers here. As you can see, timeline is actually...
Oops. That was too close to the word.
You can see the...
This should be right.
markers here. The timeline is actually at 4 seconds. And that's because that's my second linear animation, the anim 02. And that starts at 4 seconds. You can see that over here. It starts at 4 seconds. And that means this entire comp now starts at 4 seconds. Oh, sorry, when I said you can see that, you cannot see that.
So I already showed that here. I'm gonna cut that part out.
Markers here. The timeline is actually at 4 seconds. And that's because that's my second linear animation, anim 02. And that starts at 4 seconds. So you can see that over here. As it starts at 4 seconds. That's 2. It starts at 4 seconds. You can see it's 4 at 4 seconds. You can see that over here.
So I want to cut out the audio because I'm repeating myself, but I might keep the video for that.
And that means this entire comp now starts at 4 seconds. Oh, sorry, when I said you...
Yeah. So I want to keep that. But I keep the video too. Yeah. Okay. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cut this out. I'm gonna cut it here.
And that means the comp now starts at 4 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
That's because that's my second. It's not actually out that I'm actually currently not able to play all markers here. The 4 seconds.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna cut this down where you can't see the mouse and pretend. Yep, here. Whoops, no, 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 no. I want to cut it. Cut it.
All the markers here. The timeline is actually at 4 seconds. And that's because that's my second linear animation, the anim 02. And that starts at 4 seconds. You can see that over here. That starts at 4 seconds. You can see that.
And what I tend to do when I really can't replace this pause in the audio, because the pause in the audio always is a little bit weird, I just speed up the clip that doesn't need to be at regular speed. I go to, you can't see that because it's off screen, but I basically go all the way to the bottom of this panel, show clip frames. I choose time remapping and speed, and that way I can adjust the speed here. I can also add keyframes here, and I just realized that this timeline is slightly interfering over here. So I'll just change that. There we go. And yeah. Then what do I want? Oh, right. Okay, so I added the marker. I go to the end of this, add another marker, and then I can drag this up to speed it up. And you can see you can probably not see it as well as possible, but I can now drag this up to the point where I want this scene to finish, which is probably right about here. And usually I just cut the audio of the video because I don't actually need it. And then I ripple delete this. This little pause is okay, and because I don't like gaps between my footage and my audio, I just, if there is like a silence, I guess, I'll just drag it out so it fills out the gap in the audio. Because when you ripple delete, sometimes that can cause issues. That's why I don't like to keep pauses between my audio if I can avoid it.
4 seconds, you can see that over here. And that means this entire comp now starts at 4 seconds. Oh, sorry, what I said.
Okay, so, and this part, And now I want to cut this out. Oh, the fly is back. Can never catch it. Okay, I want to cut the audio here because now I've already shown it. I went over there. I don't want to do that again. So I'm gonna cut this off here. And actually,
yeah, it starts at 4 seconds because
I can actually, yeah, I can just directly cut to this. I don't think I'm saying anything more important here.
this entire comp now starts at 4 seconds or so. I said.
Yep, and then
It starts because that's the last expression, or that's the last line of code.
yeah, I think I can cut directly to this one. I did some webinars, and I think on Skillshare you can also do lives now. They were trialing it for a while, so I didn't do it for a while. I did do a podcast marketing seminar. I did it for Creative Mornings. I did it for a local, what do they call themselves? It's not a university, it's like a college here in Munich. And so I held that seminar a few times, but I haven't done any motion live seminars. That's something that I would like to do sometime. So yeah, what I can do is I guess I can make this slightly longer or slower, I guess. Yeah, let's go with that. Okay, that's about right. And then we can ripple delete this, and let's see what that looks like.
And that starts at 4 seconds. You can see that over here.
Whoa, that's super fast. I don't know if that was fast because it was fast playback.
4 seconds. You can see that over here.
It's
And
not that fast.
This entire comp now starts at 4 seconds. That's the last expression, or that's the last line of code in this expression, which means that's the only.
I need a bit of a pause here. Let's see if I take a breath, that would look a little less. Yeah, okay. Yeah, sure. If you know Evan personally, I think he has an awareness of me. He's responded to some of my tweets about losing subs due to live streams. So I think I'm on his peripheral vision, but I don't think we haven't spoken directly apart from that one tweet. So yeah, sure, I'm into that. Motion hotline, yay! Yeah, actually, I did. And not a lot of people know this, but I was actually on the Ukramedia podcast in 2018, I think. So if you don't know what Ukramedia is, you definitely have to check them out. They are a tutorial channel, and they do a lot of expression stuff. They actually have an expressions course. That's how I found them, because I like 2-3 years ago, I really wanted to get into expressions coding and JavaScript and kind of like understand that whole business. Oh, I'm zoomed in. Sorry. I always forget when I'm zoomed in. And so I found their course on their website. Actually, first I think I found their tutorials, and then I was like, oh, cool, they have a course on this. And I actually invested in their course. It's excellent. It's absolutely excellent. I don't think I'm all the way through either yet. I should do that. But you basically get lifetime access to their courses that they offer on their website. But they also have a ton of tutorials on their YouTube channel. Some tutorials are like Blender, C4G stuff, which I don't do. Like here, there are some Blender stuff here, but they also do regular After Effects tutorials, and yeah, I think they are really cool. So I was on their podcast. You can check that out if you go to my website to contact. At the bottom of the page, you can see all of the stuff I've been in. I was on a German podcast of two friends of mine. Sorry, the fly is back. I got it, it's dead. Yeah, I was on this podcast. If you speak German, you can watch that. I was on the Ukraine Media podcast, and I also did. So this is the Focus on the Task at Hand, the podcast for Ukraine Media. You can listen to that if you like. You can share that in the chat. There you go. Okay, fair enough, Tom. Or yeah, this was a one-time thing. They actually sent me the recording of this podcast marketing seminar, so I actually need to just download it and edit it. I completely forgot that I had this. So I can actually make a tutorial out of this too. I know it's not After Effects or animation related. I guess it's audio editing. If you're in the podcasting world, you have to edit your podcast, but it's more about the marketing side of podcasts. But yeah, that's a seminar I also have. If you subscribe to my mailing list, by the way, you can get the slides and the worksheets for this seminar. It's kind of like a seminar/workshop, and there's like workshop tasks that you can fill out to see if you understood the concepts in the seminar. So yeah, feel free to check that out if that's something you would like. So that's available to anybody who signs up to my mailing list. And I sent out a newsletter like once a month with like interesting links. I write up a little blog post about something, some challenge that I overcame, or some tips and tricks and stuff. I share that, plus some links to articles, to tutorials, to podcast episodes that I found interesting or valuable. So if you're into that type of thing, you can also check that out. Okay. Let's see where we are with this.
And that means this entire comp now starts at 4 seconds. That's the last expression, or that's the last line of code in this.
Let's see how long the pause there is.
That's the last expression, or that's
That's
the
okay.
last line of code in this expression, which means that's the only one that's being executed. So, and I'm sure there is other ways so that you can execute multiple.
Okay, I'm gonna leave this out. So this is just gonna be a straight up jump cut. I think that's okay.
Multiple ones of these. I haven't yet found a tutorial that explains that, and I'm not familiar with a tutorial that or a way that I can trigger multiple of these linear expressions. But that doesn't matter, because what I can do is I can just duplicate this and say, okay, at this point, but that doesn't matter, because what I can do is
Okay, I think I want the video from this point, because I'm moving the mouse and it would probably line up with the mouse position here. Okay, it doesn't quite line up. Ah. I think we can go with this mouse position.
I can just duplicate this.
Oh no, there's a really loud smacking sound. Okay. Oops. Missing the what? I don't know if I can keep the but that doesn't matter, because I don't... remember what I said before.
That's the only one that's being executed.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. That works.
A way that you're all the event multiple of these linear actions.
But that doesn't matter.
But that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Can do.
I cut this out. I'm making lots of tiny edits again. I'm doing the thing that I said I wasn't going to do, but I can't help myself. Okay, then we cut this out. Ah, okay, now I can't do the trick of the overlapping audio and video because now I see my face. Damn it, I forgot. I was doing the editing in the same manner as when you can't see my face, but now you can see my face. So we need to bring that video back because we actually need it. Okay, let's see if I can get away with this. Yeah, let's see if I can get away with this. So I don't need this here. Oops. Okay, let's see if I can do this somehow. Nope. Nope. Okay. I'll overlap them then. Let's see if that looks weird. It's gonna be a jump cut and I'm just accepting it now. I know. We're getting so close. I need to... But to be fair, the rest, what I just remembered, the rest of this stream is me actually animating it as well. So I think most of the stream I can just cut out because I've already explained how the expression works, how the markers trigger it, and that's essentially it. That's the tutorial. So I think I can just leave the rest of it out and hit the 10-minute marker.
One that's being executed. But that doesn't matter because what I can do is I can just duplicate this and say, okay, at this point I want this first one to be triggered, and I can just mute, so to speak, this expression. That then means it will only play the first expression, or I can do it another way. I can create a, or I can just say ANM01 is being played, or ANM02 is being played, and then it will just choose that linear expression for the variable that is dedicated to. But of course, it's still calculating from...
Ugh, can I cut this out? The stupid mouth smacking sound. Yeah, let's do that. I barely move, so I can probably get away with a jump cut here. I cannot stand the mouth sounds. They're so horrible.
The variable that is dedicated.
Yeah, barely noticeable. Barely noticeable jump cut. Nice, nice.
Dedicated to, but of course it's still calculating from the marker, so nothing's happening here, not until we reach that actual marker. But that's enough for me, because I can just say, okay, for this first layer, I want you to use the first animation, which is this, and it finishes here, and then we effectively have a freeze frame on that, until I want it to play the second animation, and again, I can denominate that here, which one is being played, if I had more than these two, which I will do. And then I can say, okay, so for this entire amount of time, I just want this to be in here, then nothing happens, and then the next scene starts playing, because now I have that second animation, I can even cut this out, like as soon as these overlap, because you don't see the layer below, I can just cut that out. And then the second scene is being played on this new layer. And I think this is a really effective way of using a template composition that has multiple stages of animation. Because now I can just call whichever one I want inside of this composition without creating multiple compositions. And the reason I don't want to create multiple compositions is because all of those compositions will then share a lot of the same characteristics. And if I want to make a change to any of them, like I want to change how many rows this table has, how this
Again with the mouse. So I think I've explained really effectively the entire expression. So at this point, I just need to find a finishing point, and that's it. And we are about to reach the 10-minute mark, and I've already explained everything about the expression, so I'm confident that I can make it. Nice. Okay, let's do a Okay, I need to go closer to the actual mouse sound because my face is doing something weird beforehand. Okay, that's gonna be a nice invisible jump cut, I think. Watch me. Yeah, alright.
The screen animates in, I have to then make those changes to each one of the compositions that are separate from each other but look the same. So in order to avoid that, I decided, okay, let's make a template comp. I add all of the separate scenes, all of the separate animation stages in that one template comp, and then I'll call those scenes somehow, and this is the somehow that I'm going to do it. And yeah, so let's continue with adding the other animation.
Okay, and then I start with adding the animation. I'm actually thinking that in this little section, I'm explaining really well why I'm using this or why this type of expression is useful. So I think I'm gonna actually take that part and bring it to the front and then cut back to explaining the composition. So this is where we're finishing it. 9 minutes, 15 seconds. All right.
So somehow that I'm going to do stages in that one template comp, and then I'll call those scenes somehow, and this is the somehow that I'm going to do it.
I mean, because it's from a stream and it's not recordings. Oops, wrong keyframe, wrong keyboard shortcut. It does sound a little bit odd. It's not your regular tutorial video because I'm actually talking about an animation that I'm working on. So it's not like, oh, this is how you use this script on an example thing. I'm actually like using it in the animation. So it does sound a little bit different than your usual what was I gonna say? Your usual YouTube tutorial, but I think it still works. I mean, I think doing it this way, I'll at least have a YouTube tutorial because I've been planning to record and edit a YouTube tutorial for months. And the thing that's stopping me is taking the time to record it because currently I'm also editing an online class and it takes a huge amount of time to record it, to do all the audio edits, to do the video edits, to do the polishes and the graphics. And just having all of these steps in mind keeps stopping me from actually making the video, and having this live stream that I can edit down to a tutorial, I think is still better than no tutorial. So even though it sounds a little bit funny, I think it's still a good compromise. So let's see if I say anything else valuable down this line, but even at 2 times speed, that's going to be too long to watch, isn't it? Let's try at 3 times speed, see if we can get through this in less than half an hour.
And yeah, so let's continue with adding the other animations. So 4 seconds I have this animation happening, and it goes on off.
I'm just gonna jump. Actually, yeah, I'm just gonna jump through this because I'm pretty sure. Here, I'm talking about the code here again. Yeah, I mean, this is the first time I really created a marker-driven animation. And in, I think, the last stream, the one where I had the technical difficulties in, I did finally actually animate all of the scenes. Not all of the scenes. Some of the scenes within that composition. And then I created... that was off stream actually. I created like how I described the duplicate comps and then cropped it down to the markers and then called the markers with the variables, or called the scenes in the code with the variables I used to denominate the scenes. And it worked perfectly. It worked exactly as I expected, and that's essentially what I wanted to achieve. And I even used the markers to like stretch it out because some of the scenes were shorter than 6 seconds, and to upload them to Instagram they have to be at least 6 seconds long, or at least when I'm using the Creative Studio to schedule my posts, they have to be 3 seconds I think is the minimum. Doesn't matter. I tend to make my animations 6 seconds long. And so I created, like, I used the markers to stretch out the scene, and it worked. It worked perfectly. So I'm super happy with this. It's the first time I used marker-driven animation, and it just worked. So I think this is something really useful, especially in this particular use case, where I have a template composition, there are multiple stages of that animation that I will be using at different points in time in this animation as different scenes, but they're all using the same graphics. So it's like the perfect time to be using this type of marker-driven animation. And that's probably what I just said is something I should probably say for this tutorial as well. So I need to, I'll just watch this live stream back and write it down and then record that bit. Yeah, I do stream highlights. Well, I do stream highlights on Twitch, but usually that's just the entire stream. Yeah, but that's definitely something I want to keep doing, like keep creating little tutorial bits out of my streams. And now I'll have them in MP4, so it'll be way easier. Okay, so I'm talking about the code here again, so let's see what I'm talking about in case I need to use it, just in case. I think I'm changing my mind here, but then I changed my mind back, so...
So there's keyframe, and then there's also duration. So you can go keyframe minus duration is when the animation starts, and after keyframe it then finishes. I could try and do it like this to have an in and an out animation, and that way I can also use the math min. Hi there, welcome to the stream. So we can try that.
I have a feeling that the audio is coming through the audio input capture as well. Like, do you hear the audio from Premiere twice? Because I can see both of my levels in OBS going up and down when I'm playing Premiere, so that sucks. That shouldn't be happening. Shouldn't be happening at all.
So we can try that. We can try and amend this to include that. So duration 1 equals, and then it has to be the length. So length is 3, essentially, 3 seconds. See. So then I'm going to have to, so how are they doing it? So they have an in marker and an out marker, and each one of those has its own animation. Okay.
I don't think I need this.
So this would have to have a math min.
Make this a bit louder.
And then, let's see, so just something like this. No, I don't have parentheses, I need to get a third one here. So in that case, it would be minus duration of 1, and then, this is a little complicated, and then plus duration, so however long the duration of this is, and then they flipped the amounts as well. So then from 63 back to 60, and it's end plus duration 1. Oh my god.
Okay, cool.
Okay,
That's good then.
I just say play animation 1. Yes. Oh right, because now it's starting 3 seconds before that time. Okay, well, okay, plus minus 3 seconds.
Okay, at this point I think I'm trying a different way of using this expression, so I don't think it's important. And I think the rest of this is really just animating that scene. So... Okay.
We have 5 and 6, and that means I also need animation 3, and then we have 3 and 3, and they are starting at 4 seconds, no, 8 seconds, so 68.
Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's see what I'm saying at this point.
5 and end 5 yet, and it's 9 and 10. Excellent. And now, do this keyframe, and that keyframe, this animation hasn't finished yet, but yes, here we are. That's that beautiful expression that I'm now using for this animation. And yes, I can't call the entire animation. There's probably a way, I could probably find out a way to do that. But I think for the purpose of this animation, I've already optimized it to a really good point, where if I start fiddling around just to optimize this expression even further...
Okay, that's... I'm speaking really fast here. I don't think you can understand what I'm saying. Slow that...
Which isn't finished yet, but yes, here we are. That's that beautiful expression that I'm now using for this animation. And yes, I can't call the entire animation. There's probably a way. I could probably find out a way to do that. But I think for the purpose of this animation, I've already optimized it to a really good point where if I start fiddling around just to optimize this expression even further, I think the investment of time is not going to have enough of a return. Because that investment would be maybe a good option if I want to reuse this expression in the future and kind of find an even better way of doing this expression. But for this animation particularly, seeing as we still have so many scenes to animate, I think I prefer moving on with the animation and just
She's
using
got
this
a point.
expression as is. But if you are interested in having access to these expressions, being able to use them and using them in your own animation maybe, or just being able to kind of take it apart, play with it, really understand how they work, you can become a patron of mine. I have a Patreon, and on the Patreon, my patrons have access to all kinds of expressions, project files, After Effects project files, and all kinds of other perks that I make available to the classroom, which I call the Patreon. It's Patreon, and you may potentially be a patron of my Patreon. And yeah, this is...
Okay, then this is essentially just the end card spiel. Let's see if I say anything interesting once I go into the full screen mode.
See you on the next animation collab next Tuesday, and this Friday we're doing Shut Up and Draw, and I'll be continuing
I don't think so.
mindfulness sticker pack that I have been working on for a while, but on the live stream only since the last stream. And if you're interested in finding more about that, you can head over to my YouTube channel and watch the last Shut Up and Draw, where we kind of go over what that is, why I'm doing that, and what it looks like. So I hope you enjoyed today's stream. If you did, you know what to do. I won't tell you again. And yeah, hope to see you next time.
Okay, that's it. So I don't need any of this at the end here. Boom! 10 minutes. Done. I did not think I was gonna be able to make it. It might become just a smidge longer than 10 minutes because I'm gonna have to do the intro and the outro for this video. So there's just a few more bits missing, but I do have almost a minute here. Yeah, I do have almost a minute to do that, and I think that's good enough. One thing that I don't have yet is an intro for a tutorial, so that would potentially be something that I would also need to create. I'll probably do that as part of work watching as well, because Animation Collab is just for the collaboration projects that I'm doing. And I mean, I have kind of an intro, but I think I want to make it a little bit more funky. I've changed my animation style since I created that intro, so I'll probably want to improve on that. Yeah, I think that's essentially it. I only have 2 major mistakes in here. The next thing I would want to do is definitely like watch over that. Maybe I'd want to watch over that once I've recorded the intro and the outro bits. So, and then play around with, maybe I'll put this bit at the beginning instead of at the end. Like, we'll see. We'll see. But essentially, yeah, that's the cut. And I might work on this a little bit later today. If you're interested in continuing to watch me work on this, do let me know in the chat. I might go back live later on today, but right now it's 2 p.m. over here and I'm starving. Well, there's 2 ways I can go about it. I can either put this live stream in a break for an hour, or I can just come back in an hour and then just have a second live stream. I think that's a better idea, because having this run for an hour and then there is just like an hour's nothing in the live stream, I think that would be boring. Yeah, so do let me know. I think I'm gonna save this, switch back to full screen. Yeah, let me know. Let me know if you want to join for part 2 of working on this, and then we can do maybe the graphic bits that will go along with this, and eventually I'm gonna record the talking part. I could theoretically record it live on stream and then use that cut, but then I have to like change my hair to match my look. I think I don't want to do that. Okay, I'll do that another time. But yeah, we could potentially go live later on today just to do the graphics for this tutorial, or just some edits, like hiding the mistakes in After Effects. So let me know. Let me know if you're interested. As always, if you'd like to support me, you can subscribe to my channel, you can follow me on social media, you can give this video a like, leave a comment, and share it with your friends. And if you'd like to support me monetarily, you can become part of the classroom and be one of the patrons. Thank you to my existing patrons. I really appreciate your support. And yeah, hope to see you next time, either later today or latest on Friday when we're doing Shut Up and Draw. So I'll see you then. Bye!